Best Man at Your Wedding. That was funny as fuck. If anyone hasn't seen it, by the way, a couple of weeks ago, me and Paul ended up on stage together at Hot Water.
Wedding number 1, by the way.
Wedding number 1 of 3. Second one's coming up. Sure, you're looking forward to that. Yeah, that was a funny day, that. A very, very funny day.
I can't really remember it.
I'm not surprised.
I can remember being there and you getting the Lagervillain out. And then...
Yeah, so I
can't remember the speeches.
Well, me and Paul Blair, who owns Hot Water Comedy Club, we were co-best men.
Yeah.
We've mentioned Paul Blair so many times in this podcast, and his full title is always Paul Blair, who owns Hot Water Comedy Club. We were co-best men. And I brought a bottle of Lagavulin 16, which is like my favourite whiskey. And we're all whiskey and beer drinkers. And I remember I filled a hip flask full of it. And we were stood at the fucking altar waiting for your bird to come. And we were just sip passing it. And then after that was done, I went and got the rest of the bottle because we were staying in the hotel that the wedding was in. And we drank that full bottle of whiskey before the food came out. Yeah. I think that's where the day started to go off the fucking rails, to be honest with you.
That was, I mean, in retrospect, that was really bad best manning, wasn't it?
Well,
you were meant to keep me on the rails at that point. Like, if Carl was your best man, imagine how good of a best... I might make him my next best man.
Hang on a minute. Are you fucking retarded?
He would, though.
Oh, when it comes to, like, the wedding and making shit happen, yeah. But I'd ruin your fucking life. But it wouldn't be on the wedding day.
On the stag, he'd kill you that
way. But when it comes to the wedding, I'd be fucking boss. He's right.
Oh, okay. I never thought that. I thought you'd be trying to ruin the day.
No.
See, that's not convincing, is it? No, me! What?
That reflects on me, doesn't it?
Are you saying that your marriage going downhill was my fault?
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome. About time you got rid of that one, lad. But yeah, we were a bit fucked. But you can't ask me and Paul Blair to be your best men.
No, but fucking Paul Blair's a sneaky cunt, because Paul Blair, for 99% of the time, is a fucking the most sensible cunt on the planet. Like, he is, though. Like, you bring him now and have a conversation with him. He's fucking dead level-headed.
And how much...
he lulls you into a false sense of security because you forget how much of a fucking idiot he is.
And how much alcohol does it take for that to all go down the toilet?
It's only 2 pints. Like,
it's not even 2 pints, is it? He needs to be within a 3-mile radius of a beer pump. And then he's a fucking absolute lunatic. Yeah. I've never met anyone who can drink like Paul Blair. No. Is he older than you?
Nah.
No, he's younger than you.
34. So.
But, like, I've never known... Like, if I drink heavily now, 2 days are gone. It's a write-off for 2 days. He, to this day, if you drink with him till 6 o'clock in the morning, you will wake up at 10 a.m. to a text off him going, we're getting back on it. Yeah. We're getting back on it. Wetherspoons is open.
Then he's fucked, isn't he? He doesn't process it.
Yeah.
So he's fucked after, like...
Stands up fucking rap battling strangers in the street. Yeah.
Start trying to fight with people
See,
again.
You're laughing because you know it sounds like bullshit, doesn't it? That sounds like I'm just being like, oh, he's rap. He literally stops people in the street and just starts rhyming at them.
Just goes, yo! And he expects them to start fucking dropping beats in there. You're looking at him going, Paul, stop it. He's like some fucking old woman doing a shopping in there. It's like, yo,
someone's just
you're old.
Caught last orders at Tesco and he's like, listen! Stupid old bitch! I'll follow you, kick you in a ditch, and then buzzes off himself in 5 minutes.
He always does that, doesn't he?
Oh! He's his own hype man, and we're all just stood there going, lad, we're trying to get into fucking Pop World here. Will you fucking chill out?
He's off his fucking head.
But so your wedding day, the
stag was the worst. The fucking stag was grim. This next stag better be fucking better. Oh. This next stag will be good, I think.
Well, your next stag's Ibiza.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fucking heavy.
No fucking about on this one.
We went.
He did not plan a fucking thing on that last stag.
He did, but he thought Oktoberfest was a fucking gazebo outside Primark.
Them pants. Do you remember the pants?
Yeah, and he thought there was. He bought me right. His fucking. I think that was his only fucking pre-planned fucking thing, like to make me look stupid. He thought there was like a fucking big water park, right? And he bought me like the dissolving fucking thing, and I knew he'd done
a big water park.
I mentioned them to him.
Did you just say there was a big water park?
No, that's what he thought.
It was a fucking paddling pool 3 miles out of the city centre.
Yeah, what he thought was 73 kilometres away. And he was like, we'll just get taxis. And I was like, we won't. And he was like, oh, and he was like, fuming it. And I knew it was that because he was like, now we'll just go this. And he found like a fucking like Scotch bar and bats or something. He was going, let's go here. And I was like, why? You can't, there's not even a bar. He's like, yeah, it'd be funny.
We need to contextualise this a little bit for the listeners. So we went to Berlin for Paul Smith's first stag. We were going to IB for next year, which is going to be amazing. And you are expecting IB fair to be less insane than Berlin Monday to Wednesday.
There's activities planned, so it'll be fun. It'll be good.
It'll be fantastic.
We went to Berlin on a Monday.
Yeah, but it was during Oktoberfest week. That was the plan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oktoberfest.
I'd asked to go to Munich, by the way, which is where Oktoberfest is.
No, but there's also an Oktoberfest about 50 miles outside of the city, or 50 kilometres outside the city centre of Berlin. But Paul Blair he was like, oh, that one's dead expensive, but there is an Oktoberfest in the city centre. There was a fucking gazebo outside
the Christmas
Primark.
market. That's what it was.
It was the Christmas market, but they'd put a few extra tents up.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And we had
didn't want us there at all, did
they? Absolutely. Everyone in Berlin hated every single one of us.
Yeah.
It was fucking mental. And then I'm gonna have to put the picture in the middle of this podcast, the most iconic photo of all time. So on day 3, was it, or day 2 of the stag, we wake up at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and there's text from Paul Blair and Davey Ash, who's another comedian,
fucking another pain in the ass.
Yeah, but them two together is like, it's like Mentos and Diet Coke in it. Yeah. It's just fucking like looking at both of them, you're like, oh, that looks dead nice, and that looks dead nice. Way, it's fucking ridiculous. So they were already out drinking at like fucking 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's fucking stag do. Let's get on it. And we were all like, me and Carl, everyone was drinking Steins, which I fucking hate because the second half of a Stein is grim. So we were drinking pints.
You're a bit of a fucking pussy with lager, though.
What?
I've never seen you have a pint without a topping. Am I wrong, Carl?
You are wrong, yeah.
I'm not wrong there, am I?
It's a shandy top.
I can't remember the last time I had a top.
Mate, I got you a top about 2 weeks ago. So
you fucking didn't.
I fucking did.
You didn't?
I fucking did.
You fucking didn't?
I did.
You didn't?
I did.
That was mine, that.
He's the pussy over there. I'm a fucking absolute machine with me.
You're right on bottles.
No, I
don't drink pints, though.
I do.
I'm shit on pints. I can drink 2 bottles of rum and walk home. But if I drink 2 pints, I'm not walking home. It's weird. Beer fucked me.
But like, I don't like Steins because the second half is just warm. So I'd rather have 2 pints and drink it as fast as you drink your Stein. Do you know what I mean? It's just better.
Yeah.
Steins are a novelty. You don't have one Stein. Whereas Paul Blair's like, no, Steins at 9 in the morning until 5, and then we're on the vodka. And he was fucked by like midday, weren't he?
Yeah.
And we're walking around Berlin on a fucking Tuesday afternoon. It was pissing down and everything. Trying to find bars to let us in. And then Davey Ash, who is the other liability. And we love both of these, by the way. We're not slagging them off. Well, we are, but in a friendly way. I remember Davey going around to the whole stag. He was going, fiver. Gives a fiver.
That fucking pint he got.
Yeah. He took a fiver off fucking like 22 of us, however many there was there. And he come back to the bar. He went, right, lad, he's got it down it. And he'd gone to the bar and said, I want one of every shot until this glass is full.
Top shelf, and what it was a pint with every fucking spirit in the bar in.
But it had like
down that, and I just went, no.
It had like expensive whiskey, and then aftershock, and then apple sours, and then a fucking good rum. And it looked grim, and he was like, you've got to down it. At one point, I don't know whether you know this, he said, let's throw him in the dock.
He said, and I heard it. And I was like, lad, why? If you throw, it was ships in it.
You said there's ships in it.
And I was like, you throw me in there, I'm dead. And he's like, yeah, there's fucking laughter in it. And I was like, that's what Davey's problem is. He's just he goes from being, like, when he's sober, he's fucking all namaste and that, and he's like fucking hive.
Yeah,
like,
he's dead gentle and like lovely, do anything for you.
He's just like, oh, let's fucking kill someone's nan. I'll be dead funny, won't it? Let's kill someone's nan. He's fucking off his head.
So we're in this like shit bar, like by the dock, because it was the only place that was like serving that would let us all in. And then as we're leaving, we went to another place, and then Paul and Davey were drunk, and Paul was getting like pissed off with everyone because we couldn't get you to a fucking swimming bath so that your pants would dissolve. And then they were both just too drunk. And I remember Binty, the other owner of Hot Water, Paul's brother, he goes to me, right, we need to coordinate this. So you chaperone everyone forward, find somewhere. We're not going to get in anywhere with these two. They're rap battling people in Berlin, and people don't know what they're up to. So I'm going to fucking divert them back to the hotel. You text me where you've took them. And once I've got them in bed, I'll come and meet you. By the way, this is about fucking 3:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It was early as fuck. And we found that Irish bar, didn't we? And we took over that gaff that night.
That was the best night, wasn't it? That was fun.
Oh, yeah, it was fucking phenomenal.
Mate, when that fucking... Has anyone got the video of that fucking...
it's on my Facebook.
The woman came in and she was smashed and she asked for a light and someone held the black candle up.
Absolutely. I've got that video and I will put it in...
Fucking brilliant.
Before we bring the guest in today, we put an advert break after this bit. I'll put that video. So stay tuned. You will see that video of that fucking smackhead woman who stunk a piss.
I haven't thought.
Are you doing it, yeah?
What?
Are you doing it?
You'll do it.
Yeah. Carl will do it.
Yeah, so we went to that Irish bar and we got a big table to ourselves. We text Binty, he come back. There was 2 singers on, weren't there? Who were singing, like...
You made me eat a fucking bowl of scouse without a spoon.
Yeah. Well, at this point, we felt like it's a stag do. We've got to give you some challenges. My favourite, me 2 favourite things that we did together, because if you're not already aware of Paul Smith, by the way, I don't know where you've been fucking hiding, but go to the Hot Water Comedy Club YouTube page. Paul is famous not only for stand-up, but a lot of crowd work and comparing. You're a host, aren't you? That's where you've sort of got your following from, is crowd work and and we made you go over to a table and host the table with no context. So Paul just had to walk over to a table in Berlin to German people in this nice little Irish bar and go, "Hi guys, give us a cheer if you've been before. Give us a cheer if you haven't been before. Are you drinking tonight? Oh, how long have you been together? Oh,
I was a fucking nutter. When you made me go, they made me go to the bar and I had to sit at the bar and he go, when he tries to get you to pay, you have to have an argument with yourself. Like, you don't want to pay.
Yeah, we made you schizophrenic.
It's your turn to pay, and I'd be like, nah. And I'd done it for about fucking... and this barman's just left in there.
I've still got a video of that. Yeah. You're at the bar going, "Hey, I'll have that." And the barman's just stood there going, "Hey, that's £4, please, mate." And you're going, "Listen, lad, I got the last round." And you're like, "Well, I got the 2 before that, so you owe 2. It's fucking... Like, they're the stag do challenges that are fucking brilliant, because you're not going to get arrested. You might get sectioned, but you're not going to get arrested. You're not going to die. It just makes you look like a fucking knobhead. But we're there. And the singers on, I don't know whether you remember it, because you were hammered, we were all drunk, but
I remember it, yeah.
We took over that place, and like, we were singing along with every song. They were singing every song we requested. The whole, it felt like we were in we were in a little elevator bit, and although it was just a little bit of the pub, it felt like we were in VIP.
Singing, didn't we?
Yeah, all the Germans are fucking looking at us like, I want to be mates with them. It was so fucking good. And then, because we were all there, apart from Paul, Blair and Davey, literally every other person on the stag do was there. The stag do WhatsApp chat, the group chat, we hadn't checked it for hours and hours and hours, because we didn't need to, because we were all there and the 2 liabilities were in bed. And then one of us, I think it was me, I went to
the toilet and came back.
And you checked your phone and were like, "Have you checked the group?" And Paul, Blair and Davey had been, had sent a video and a photograph to the WhatsApp group.
Brilliant though.
I honestly think it's the best photograph that's ever been taken.
Binty's face when you showed them might be a better picture, but no one took
it. So there's a photo of Paul Blair. He's stood in the hallway of the hotel we're staying in Berlin. He's got, we'll slide it in here. He's got no shoes on. He's holding shoes that aren't his. He's got a hat on that no one knows where it came from. And he's literally blowing a fire extinguisher all over the fucking hallway. It's fucking iconic.
It was a big hotel, wasn't it? You got fucking
2,000
people evacuated from the hotel.
Yeah, and there's a video which we might be able to slide in of Paul and Davey outside the hotel. There's like 4 fire engines, and we're watching this because they're just buzzing. They're still absolutely twatters. They're like, "Look at this, we've caused all this. Isn't this great? We've caused fucking murder." And then we're like, Binty was shitting himself. Also, the entire booking, because Paul Blair was the lead booker. He was the stag who, he was the best man who organised the whole thing. So it was all under his name, and we were like, he's going to get kicked out the hotel. They're going to kick the whole booking out with it. We're going to get back to this place at 4 o'clock in the morning. We're not going to have anywhere to stay. And we might, like, at one point, we were talking about, what if we get deported? What the fuck are we going to do?
Because Germans don't fuck about, do they?
They really don't, especially with all the fucking Nazi shit. They're fucking strict. No Jews, no black people, no setting fires to the hotels. We're very strict on all 3 things in this country. That's going to be the no context have a word. Yeah, and we got very, very, very lucky that apparently I think it's in all German hotels, but definitely in that one, there's no cameras in the hallways, so they couldn't tell who'd done it.
And they'd gone round and
footsteps.
Gone round and fucking put fake footsteps everywhere, didn't they?
That's what the shoes are for.
That's what the shoes are for.
He walked footsteps into every single doorway.
He walked footsteps into each door, so they didn't know where people had gone because there was loads of like fire extinguisher residue everywhere. It looked like it had been fucking snowing. He'd sprayed like all.
I didn't know that till just a second.
The floor is powder, and they put footsteps in the floor. So like, oh, is it that room? No, is it that? All of the rooms have footsteps going into them.
That is fucking unbelievable. To have the presence of mind to do that when you're as fucking gazeboed as they were. Oh, Ibiza's going to be worse, you know.
No, but Ibiza will be good. It'll be. See, I don't mind. Like when I got there, and he fucking put on a fake tan on me and shit like that.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
Yeah,
but I got there and
the naivety.
Fake tan and put like the Lonsdale shit on me.
You won't do that.
I thought that was funny. Do you know what I mean? I was like, that's all right. I'm not asked. I don't mind looking fucking stupid. But like it was just the fucking. There was the lack of anything to do.
Yeah,
like we didn't go. I was like, we could have gone fucking shooting guns or fucking driving tanks or some shit. Like proper stag do stuff. But we got Ocean Beach, we got a yacht party and shit like that.
Did you realise that your bevies are going to be like laced with poison and fucking arsenic and MDMA?
The thing is, I don't fucking.
No, I don't think Ibiza will be like that. You know?
Do you not know?
No, I think you'll have.
You're both stupid.
No, but Ibiza's not like that. It's if you make him look a cunt, it ruins our day because we can't go places.
Yeah, you won't be able to get in nowhere.
So it's just fucking cutting our nose off.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see.
You're talking to me. I'm not going to do it, but I know who's coming.
Nah, Blair knows Ibiza well enough to know.
Yeah, we've been to Ibiza with Blair before.
He went on a stag do last year with fucking Alan Mack. Nothing happened. Like he took the piss a little bit.
I was in Ibiza I went to Ibiza with Paul Blair about 6 or 7 years ago, and we were in KFC at the end of the night, and we're just talking like you just sat there, and he stood up without saying nothing. I went, where are you going? He went, I'm going home. I went, yeah, we're going. He went, why are you going home? He went, I can't see. And then just wandered off into the fucking mist and got home.
I'd love to get Paul Blair on this podcast at some point because the stories I've got with him. My favourite one, which isn't like the worst thing he's ever done, but it was so hysterically funny and I couldn't stop laughing to control it. We were on a night out, and for some reason, I was going to stay at his. We live in the same city. There's no fucking reason for me to stay in his house, but I was, right? And we were drunk, but he was more drunk than me. It's about fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. We got in a black taxi in Liverpool city centre, and the fella goes, where are we going? And to the tune of Take Me to Church by Hosier, he just kept saying, take me to Blair's. And I was so drunk, I found it so funny. And I was screaming. I was like, lad, stop it. And then the taxi driver would go, lad, I'm going to have to kick you out in a minute if you don't tell me where to go. He's like, I told you, lad, take me to Blair's. And then I'd go again. It was just fucking uncontrollable. I love him so much, and he's the biggest pain in the arse in the world when he's had 2.5 pints. But before he's had a pint, or before he's sniffed a pint, I'd trust him with my entire fucking life savings.
Now. He's fucking grown up a little bit. He's calmed down a little bit.
Couple of kids.
Yeah.
Sorts them out.
He's on the craft ales now, isn't he?
Can you imagine if he did drugs? Because like none of us are drug people really, apart from fucking Joe Rogan here, fucking DMT, man. Do you know what I mean? But you've only just got in. None of us are like cokeheads or fucking MDMA or pill. We're not. None of. It's weird, isn't it? Because our entire friendship group is all like that. Like most friendship groups have at least someone who gets on the fucking bag. Do you know what I mean? But none of us do that. Imagine if he was a fucking cokehead.
He wouldn't last long doing that. He'd end up dead.
Yeah, he would.
You can't rap battle people on coke.
Nah,
you can't.
Too aggressive anyway.
Yeah.